In the Buddha's time, the great master once told a story about a monk who supported his mother. He said, "Even in the past, sages gave up the white umbrella with its golden wreath to support their parents." He then told this story of the past. A long time ago, King Panchala of the kingdom of Kampila lived in a city of the northern Panchalas. His queen consort gave birth to his son. In a past life, the queen's rival in the harem, full of rage, made her Atitana, or aspiration. "One day, I will be reborn and eat your offspring." And due to her Atitana and Kama, she was reborn as a Yakini, or ogress. When the queen consort gave birth, the Yakini found an opportunity to snatch the child and eat it right in front of the queen. When the queen gave birth a second time, the Yakini ate the child again. However, the guards kept a strict watch over her third baby. When the Yakini snuck in and grabbed the baby, the queen screamed, "Yakini! The Yakini has my baby!" And the guards rushed in. The Yakini did not have time to eat the baby and took it with her as she fled from the palace. The Yakini hid in a sewer. The baby, not knowing, thought the Yakini was his mother and began feeding from her. At that moment, the Yakini developed a motherly love for him and nursed him. The child grew up believing that he was a Yaka and not a human. When he reached a certain age, the Yakini began to feed him human flesh. But as a human, he was not able to conceal his form from other humans. The Yakini gave him a special root, which helped him conceal his form. Eventually, the Yakini went to serve Wesawana and died in the process. The queen eventually gave birth to a fourth son, and by virtue of the Yakini's death, the boy was safe. His survival was seen as a victory, and he was known as Prince Chayadisa, or Prince Victor. After growing up, he became king and ruled over the kingdom. His queen consort gave birth to a young prince named Alina Satu. The son of the Yakini was careless and destroyed the special root, and so he lost the ability to remain unseen. Therefore, he lived in the cemetery devouring human flesh in full view. The people who saw him were alarmed and ran around screaming. They reported this to the king and demanded the Yakini's son be captured. Eventually, soldiers tried to capture him but were scared away. The Yakini's son went to hide in the forest. He would kill and eat people who entered the woods. One day, the Yakini's son was injured by a splinter while trying to escape a group of soldiers chasing him. He escaped and lay down in front of the tree where he lived. Seven days after that, a Brahmin named Nanda came to the court and offered to chant 4 verses for 100 coins each. The king asked him to wait. Then, the king went off hunting and said to his men, "If a deer escapes any of us, that person must pay the Brahmin's price." However, the deer ran past the king, and he was very embarrassed. Seeking to restore his pride, the king chased after the deer. The king caught the deer, and as he was carrying it back, he saw a large tree and thought to rest under it. However, the Yakini's son caught him there.
"Where do you think you're going? You are my dinner. Tell me your race and name." "I am Chayadisa, king of Panchala. Please take this deer meat as my offering and let me go." "I have no appetite for deer meat. It is your meat I crave." "You have to let me go, Yaka, so that I can keep my promise. I owe a Brahmin some money, and if you let me go pay him, I will return here by tomorrow." "You, one who is standing in front of death, are troubled by a promise. Tell me the truth, so that I might let you go for one day." "I promised a Brahmin I would pay him, and that promise is still due. That debt is unpaid. Once the vow is fulfilled, I will return to you." "Then go, fulfill your promise and return to me."
What did you learn from this story? Let us know in the comments. We hope you enjoyed the video. Click like if you did, and click subscribe if you want to see our uploads. And consider making a donation to support our Buddhist animation project.